Hello and good morning everyone. Welcome back to the part 4 of compound interest. So today we are basically going to do two questions. So let's get started. So the question is, Mr. Dubey borrows rupees 1 lakh from State Bank of India at 11% per annum compound interest. He repays rupees 41,000 at the end of first year and rupees 47,700 at the end of second year. Find the amount outstanding at the beginning of third year. So let's note down whatever is given. The principal amount is rupees 1 lakh. Rate is given 11%. The question is stating at the beginning of third year means at the end of second year. So we will basically write 2 years. That is 1 plus 1 years. So before we start, let's understand the question. Mr. Dubey is borrowing rupee 1 lakh from State Bank of India at 11% per annum compound interest. He repays 41,000 at the end of first year. So at the end of first year, whatever amount is derived, from that we are going to subtract this 41,000. So we know what amount is still due, okay, or outstanding. After that, again similarly on that amount we will be finding compound interest and the amount, and from there is another repayment at the end of second year, that is 47,700. We are going to subtract that and we are going to get our answer. Okay, so SI for first year, we know the formula, P into R into T by 100. My P is 1 lakh. The rate is 11%. Time will be 1 year. 0 and 0 gets cancelled. So 11,000 is the SI for the first year. Now we will calculate the amount. Amount equals to P plus SI. My P is 1 lakh. Plus the simple interest is 11,000. So this is the amount at the end of the first year. Now the question is stating he repays 41,000 at the end of first year. So we have to subtract the repayment, which the amount of money which he has paid to the bank. So therefore amount after repayment. So this will be the amount which we derived out here, 1,11,000 minus the sum of money which he has paid, that is 41,000. So this comes to rupees 70,000. So this amount of money is due. Okay. Now again we are going to find the simple interest for second year. Again SI for second year equals to P into R into T. So out here my principal will be the 70,000 because this would have been the principal if this repayment wasn't done. So after repaying 41,000, this amount is due with the bank. Okay, so 70,000. The rate will remain same, 11%, 1 year. 0, 0 gets cancelled. So my SI will be rupees 7,700. Now we will again find the amount. Okay, this is at the end of second year. This is amount end of first year. You know the formula P plus SI. So my principal was 70,000 plus the SI which we derived 7,700. So this gives me rupees 77,700. Again, just like in our first step, we will calculate amount after repayment. Therefore, amount after repayment equals to, this time he has paid 47,700 rupees. 77,700 subtracted by 47,700 rupees. So this gives me rupees 30,000. So the question is asking find the amount outstanding at the beginning of third year. At the beginning of third year means at the end of second year. So Mr. Dubey will have to pay 30,000 more to the bank. So the outstanding amount is rupees 30,000. Therefore, the outstanding amount at the beginning of the third year is rupees 30,000. Vikram borrowed rupees 20,000 from a bank at 10% per annum simple interest. He lent it to his friend Venkat at the same rate but compounded annually. Find his gain after 2.5 years. So in this question, the sum of money is given, that is P is equals to 10,000, the rate is 10% and time is 2.5 years. Vikram is borrowing this amount of money from the bank and he is lending out to his friend but in compound interest. So the question is asking me what is the profit he is going to make. So my P is 20,000, R is 10%, T is 2.5 years. What we will do is we will first find the simple interest Vikram is paying to the bank. Pays to the bank. So my formula is P into R into T by 100, 20,000 into 10 into 2.5 years means 5 by 2. So 5 by 2 divided by 100. After simplification, I am going to get the answer 5,000. So that means Vikram has paid 5,000 rupees as simple interest to the bank. Now he is re-lending the same amount of money, that is 20,000 to Venkat, but at compound interest. So what we will do is SI for first year. Okay, we know the formula P into R into T by 100. My P is 20,000. Rate is same. Time will be 1 because we are going to compound this thing. Okay, so every year we will find the interest and we will find the amount. So 0, 0 gets cancelled. 2,000. So for the first year, Venkat will be paying 2,000 as simple interest. Okay. Now we'll find the amount. Amount equals to P plus SI. My P is 20,000 plus my SI is 2,000. 22,000. In our previous classes, I have already discussed that the amount at the end of the first year will become the principal for second year. Therefore, P for second year equals to rupees 22,000. Now again we will find the simple interest for second year. SI for second year equals to 22,000 P into R into T by 100. My P is 22,000. Rate is 10% and time again will be 1 year. 0 gets cancelled. So the SI for second year is 2200. Again we will find the amount for second year. P plus SI. My P is 22,000 plus 2200. So this gives me 24,200. Now this 24,200 becomes my principal for the third year. Therefore P for third year equals to 24,200. Okay. Again, SI for third year, but we have to calculate for only 6 months because we have to find the CI for 2.5 years. We have already found for 2 years, now for more 6 months. Formula is again the same, P into R into T by 100. My P is 24,200. My rate is 10%, but the time will be half year, 1 by 2, because we are calculating for only 6 months. So 0 gets cancelled, 2 1 2 1, so 1,210 rupees. So now what we will do is we will find the total CI and we will subtract from the SI and we will get the answer. Therefore total compound interest equals to SI for first year, SI for second year and SI for third year, 6 months. Okay, so my SI was for first year it was rupees 2,000. The second year it was 2,200, and for the last year 6 months it was 1210. So this becomes 4,200. 2,000 plus 2,200, 4,200 and 1210, 5,410 rupees. That means Venkat will be paying the total interest of 5,410 rupees. Okay, but whereas Vikram had paid only rupees 5,000 to the bank, so his gain will be this CI minus the SI. So therefore gain made by Vikram equals to CI paid by Venkat minus subtracted by SI, simple interest, paid by Vikram. So the CI paid by Venkat is rupees 5,410 rupee minus the SI paid by Vikram was rupees 5,000. So my final answer is rupees 410. So when Vikram borrowed this and lent it to his friend on compound interest, he is going to make a profit of rupees 410. 10.